detected. Watch out, over here. Watch out, over here. Watch out, over there. Boundless are building a decent Use a gas grenade. Is this momentum unstoppable?
The glory of the Boundless is as real as it gets.
Hey man, this ice cream tastes like dog shit.
Alright, pre-GG's in the chat. Let's get this W, squad.
Here we go. The Socialites versus the High Notes. This is it. Let's get started.
Hey, man, we're about to get our asses whooped by a 2-year-old, man.
TDM showdown. Are you ready, Scotty?
Just cracked another us booze, partner. I'm all set.
Turret cover active.
Get up top, gang. Get up top.
Threat detected. Spotted an enemy.
Enemy got me.
I shouldn't have let him did that shit.
Reloading.
Better stop it. Oh, bro, one more hit.
Turret
Tap.
deployed. Skyguard active.
socialites are just one win from the spotlight.
I think I pissed him off, man.
Hey, ping him if y'all see him. Ping him. I gotta search after a dead body. Why you kicking over? Gang, we almost there, gang. We almost there. Get this W.
socialites leveraged every opportunity to turn rivals into bystanders. A big shout out for this outstanding win from all of us at the finals.
Pre-GG's to my squad. Let's get this W. Let's get this money, man. We look good right now. Pre-GG's in the chat. Let's get it.
The Kingfish, the Powerhouses, and finally, the Shock and Awe. The finish line is getting closer.
Head to Vault 1. Danger at Vault 1. I'm going up there.
Hey, that fell right on top of it.
Introduce themselves as we won our first elimination of the match.
Warm-up is definitely over.
I hope they didn't forget to stretch. Reloading.
Hey, grab a box of runs.
We've hit our first team wipe and it's a showstopper.
The Shock and Awe are back.
Get ready for teleportation.
The Shock and Awe picked up a cash box.
I got the money. Come on, right here, gang, right here.
Danger over here. The Shock and Awe are stepping up. First cash out line.
They coming, gang, they coming.
Planted explosives.
Throwing things up. Grenade. This'll burn. Get hit.
Load that gas box. Load that gas box.
Mine arm. A contestant is on a roll, people. They're moving from one elimination to the next.
Rotten for the Shock and Awe. Another team wipe.
That'll be a shock to their system.
Oh, let's
Impressive steal by the powerhouses.
yeah, took off.
Way to win
Hey.
this game show.
Damn, what? Yeah.
I guess that cash out isn't going anywhere. Nice anti-theft play.
Hey. Gang, go straight for the box.
What a way to open the match. The Kingfish getting first cash out. The Shock and Awe find themselves on the receiving end of a wipeout again.
World tour, right?
That's an absolute shocker, Scotty.
Whoa, June, are we starting a comedy duo? Because I'm feeling it. The Shock and Awe have taken up arms and are charging back into the arena. Team respawn.
Watch out there. Watch out there.
Kingfish trying to rule the waters, unlocking Vault 2.
Watch
Oh,
out there.
rapid fire takedowns. A contestant in the Kingfish just wiped out several opponents in one go.
A contestant is really cutting through the competition.
Dangerous cash out C. Enemy over there. Spotted an enemy.
The Kingfish swooped up a cash box.
Scanning for opponents. Enemy
Good
down.
shit, gang. I'm pissed off about that, bro.
Getting you back up.
Behind you.
Got a contestant.
The Kingfish swims straight to the action. Cash out in progress.
Keep going for the money, gang. We'll be back. 15 seconds.
Enemy caution.
More more shock and
They
less awe
only
as the
going, they only
Shockanaw
going
get
after
hit by
us, gang.
another
They
team
only
wipe.
going after us.
That probably shook them up a bit.
The Shockanaw just made their return to the arena.
I recognize that bunch. They have a bone to pick with the Kingfish. Got one of them.
Quick reflexes after that attempted cash-out heist. Nice interception.
Go for the money, gang.
Watch out!
Sensational! A contestant is in a league of their own. Their elimination streak a testament to sheer dominance.
The Shockanaw are re-entering the arena. The powerhouses keep the momentum going.
And they stole that with confidence earlier.
Another surprise and another team wipe for the Shockanaw.
The Shockanaw have been wiped out.
The Shockanaw have returned to the arena.
Come with the dog.
Unlocking Vault 3.
I've got a cash box.
The Shockanaw got the cash box.
Right behind you, gang. Go.
Past the halfway point, and I'm really impressed with the team so far, June.
That's
going,
for sure,
guys.
Scotty.
Keep going.
Keep your eyes glued on this epic battle.
Them niggas are not playing right now. They think it's right.
The Shockanaw are making waves as they gain
Audio
ground.
defense up, gang.
my ball.
Audio defense up.
That's what the cash grenade.
Get out of there, gang. We'll be back. I'm coming.
There's no escaping now. Throwing fire.
A setback for the powerhouses. They're down again.
They've been knocked down to their foundation.
Last thing I could have did.
The powerhouses just responded full strength.
Looking hungry, the Shockanaw should expect some retaliation.
The Kingfish just seized a cash out with authority.
A contestant is collecting eliminations one after another.
Man, bruh. Orange, white, and these niggas out.
respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
Things could get dicey if they cross paths with the kingfish again.
Throwing fire! The scales tipped in favor of the kingfish in this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. regardless. The mighty, and finally, the Kingfish. The pressure is on. Time to bring their best.
Follow me.
Greetings! Today, contestants navigate a maze of digital marvels and glitches as they compete for fame and fortune.
Vault 1 is being unsealed by the Kingfish.
We've got our first elimination. Now the mind games and strategic plays will really start to take center stage.
It's a test of nerves and skill from here.
A test they've all been trained for. Let's see who truly stands out.
A cash box has a new carrier. The Boundless now have control of it.
A devastating first team wipe just occurred.
The Kingfish make an early splash. First cash out started. The Mighty are back in action.
Time to haul in some revenge. The Kingfish better be prepared.
Y'all gang up here.
Watch out. Over there.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, man, watch out.
Tornado. Upward bound.
A heist halted. That's how you protect your earnings, folks. Well played. The Mighty are back in play.
Prepare for liftoff.
Good.
Taking damage. Firing
A cash out steal got dead in its tracks by a contestant. That's how you
Ahead.
play.
Get out of here, gang, get out of
Our
here.
first cash out goes to the Kingfish. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum
Good
going.
shit, gang, good shit, get out of
Look
here.
at members of the Kingfish never leaving each other's side. Great teamwork. Contestants better not get caught lazing around. It's time for them to move those virtual feet or face the consequences thanks to a laser high above.
The Kingfish are making a move, unlocking Vault 2.
Gateway going out.
The Kingfish grabbed a cash box.
Vote for cash out A, now!
Cash out set in motion by the Kingfish.
A contestant is weaving through opponents.
I'm not supposed to be up here!
What's our thing? I'm gonna guess.
Watch out! Over here!
What's our game?
Ouch! The Kingfish suffered a wipeout.
They just couldn't swim away from that one.
Impressive steal by the Mighty.
Ah, that was so well played.
The Kingfish have returned to the arena.
Retaliation is on the cards. The Mighty will need eyes in the back of their heads. We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
This'll burn!
A contestant has hit a streak, eliminating opponents one by one.
Denied. A contestant successfully guarded their cash out, blocking the steal.
Go for the next one. Go for the next one, man.
We've got the Kingfish returning to the arena.
Opportunity for retaliation, I say. Will it be backlash for the
Danger at vault
boundless?
3!
The Mighty completed a cash out.
Very impressive. They turned a steal into a cash out.
The Kingfish are cracking open Vault 3.
Placing a gateway! Teleport here!
The Kingfish grabbed a cash box.
Oh, too far down. Catch the game.
The first half set the stage. Now let's see the second unfold.
You can feel the momentum shifting with
Danger
every
catch
play,
out.
Scotty.
Cash out launched by the Kingfish. They're in their element now. The Mighty are down again. Another team-wide misfortune.
Scotty, someone meddled with their might.
Defensive push by the Mighty as they steal a cash out.
Wow, that was a bold play.
The Kingfish have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
I'm reloading.
Go for the money, go for the money, man. Go for the money, go for the money. Right here, right here. Damn it, man. Oh!
The Mighty muscled their way to the top in the match. And with that, we'll see you next time at the finals. The Tough Shells, the Retros, and finally, the Jet Setters. The stakes are higher than ever. Let's go.
Proceed to
In
vault
quick
one.
cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first will seal the win.
Right you are, Scotty. Time to turn up the heat in this thrilling cash quest.
Gateway 1, out. Gateway
Vault
here.
1 is being unlocked by the Tough Shells.
Tossing some fire.
Here we go, Scotty. The teams are getting
Threat
to know
detected.
each other out
Going to
there.
B, gang, going to
And
B.
by that I mean we have our first elimination.
It's go time.
Absolutely, Scotty. Absolutely.
Gang, they right there. Be careful, gang.
The Jet Setters waste no
Hope you don't
time.
mind heights.
They've begun the match's first cash out. Watch out! Up there! Threat detected! Gotta reload! Enjoy the view!
Oh, he was behind me, gang. Go in there, gang. Go in there. Pop that. Pop that. One more shot, gang. One more shot.
Taking damage!
We've seen our first team wipe, and it's not pretty.
Ooh, shit.
Retros are re-engaging.
Retaliation is
shit.
about
Get
to
in
be
there,
hard. The tough shells need to get
He low
fortified.
tap. He low tap. Good shit,
Watch
gang.
out!
Go for the revive. Go for the revive. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Steal attempt gone bust. That contestant wasn't letting their cash slip away. What a way to open the match. The Jet Setters land their first cash.
Down by both of them.
Taking damage. Got that one.
Watch out, gang. You got pink coming. Pink in the hallway.
Reloading.
There you go.
They got me.
Good shot. Good shot. It's just you, gang. Go for the revive.
Flashbang
Come
out.
on, you right. You right. Can't wait today. I'm back. I'm back.
Open vault 2. The Jet Setters take flight, opening vault 2. Use this gateway. Setters swooped up a cash box.
Gang, get over here. Get over here.
Clear the runway. The Jet Setters have launched a cash out. That cash out isn't going anywhere.
Damn, bro. He getting on it. He on it. He reviving.
Breach charge armed. Fire grenade out. Impressive steal by the tough shells.
One more, gang. He low tap. Right there. On the box. I'm coming back in. Don't worry, gang. I'm coming back.
Close, but no cigar. A contestant swooped in to prevent that cash out steal. This one bird.
Fuck,
The
man.
Jet
Right
Setters
there
will
to
need
the
to try
damn
again.
opening, so
Team
this
white.
nigga shoot me in the fucking
They
ass.
stalled.
Fuck.
The Jet Setters are re-engaging. The tough shells secure their earnings.
A brilliant steal led them straight to that one.
The jet setters are starting to soar. They're unlocking Vault 3.
First gateway going out.
Tough shells picked up the cash box. Wasting any time. They just snagged a cash box from their opponents.
Appreciate that, gang.
It's back to the past again for the Retros with another wipe on the board.
Back in action.
They've been archived, Scotty.
What a story twist! A cash box is now in the possession of the jet setters. The midpoint is here, and the stakes are climbing higher.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
Goodness, that nigga tried to hit me with an RPG. Yeah.
Gravity at work.
The jet setters are in the air. Cash out started.
Using one grenade.
Gang, get to the box, gang. You got purple downstairs. You got one purple downstairs. He's stealing. He's stealing. Go for the save. He's right there.
Talk about having a trick up your shell. The tough shells steal a cash out.
Aggressive and impressive.
Shot.
A contestant is
Headshot,
finding
headshot.
their rhythm, stringing together one
got one
elimination
more,
after
gang.
another.
Gang, way up there, man. Origin pick the fighter.
Eliminations are piling up for a contestant out there. Let's see how far they can take it.
History repeats itself for the Retros.
They looked a bit outdated out there.
Head down.
Man, where the fuck is orange at? Damn, bro, they white.
This'll burn.
The tough shells displayed uncrackable strategy and armored speed with this win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching.
Should be sitting in all that motherfucking work.
powerhouses. And finally, the shock and awe. They fought hard to get here. Now it gets real. Engage it. Welcome to Quick Cash. Our contestants will need to gather the cash faster than the rest. If they hit the goal first, they can bask in glory.
That's right, Scotty. This is going to be a nail-biter.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the shock and awe.
Relocating. Enemy over there. Placing the gateway.
Contestant down, and with that we have our first elimination of the match.
And not even a polite hello.
Well, Scotty, sometimes actions speak louder than words.
No, it isn't that.
First team wipe in the bag, and it's a highlight.
Yeah, I gotta kick him.
The powerhouses have respawned. First cash out launched by the shock and awe.
Enemy over there.
Good shit, man. Appreciate the defense. Oh, fuck. Oh, bro. Pink and orange downstairs. Go for the revive. Appreciate the revive. He ran. He ran like he did.
I'm back. Enemy spotted.
Right here behind you, James. Go.
No way, not today. A daring cash out steal, foiled at the last second.
Run, gang, run. Get it.
Team wipe calamity for the shock and awe. Oh, look at that steal by the powerhouses.
Consequences, Scotty.
Enemy down.
The shock and awe are back in play.
Retaliation is building up. The powerhouses need to stay alert.
Steal cash out A. Got a contestant.
Hey, team, battle fight.
What a way to open the match. The powerhouses land the first cash out.
A flawless steal led to a big payout.
Let's go for Vault 2. Agreed.
The shock and awe are examining the contents of Vault 2.
On me. Come on. Gateway 1.
Our orbital laser is on, and it's not a fan of loitering. All contestants standing still for too long will probably regret it.
The shock and awe swooped up again. Our orbital lasers event is still active, so our contestants need to keep moving to avoid going out like a light. position. Down there.
Team on
The
team on.
shock and awe have commenced a cash out. A bad break again for the powerhouses. They'll want to recharge.
This round is becoming a bit of a fixer-upper for them.
Go defensive on C.
Oh my god, man, he's been behind me. Fuck. Watch out, gang, you got pink on you.
Initiating scan.
Good shit. Keep moving, gang. Gimme.
Charge is set.
Go for the defense, Defend the box.
Fantastic steal by the powerhouses.
That was unexpected. Ready to go.
The powerhouses turned up the amps to register an electrifying win. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home.
Hang right there. Let him steal. Then he got to defend it. After. I'll be putting in all that work and these niggas goddamn. Shit.
That Beyonce once trapped her in her.
You're right. Even saying those words.
Dignity health death certificate until it's all the office wouldn't confirm that to us.
On the KCRA3 app, we also have our full series of stories speaking with the family members of victims.
Man, Mom knew when she sent that to me. She knew when I finally got a chance to watch that, what it was gonna do. She knew. Y'all let me know, man. Is that... I got so many questions. How many times did they do this? How many times did they not properly refrigerate the body, use that as the reason, and then just harvest the organs and dispose of the body? Or whatever they do. How many times have they done this shit and just not got caught? I feel like somebody dropped the ball on this one. Somebody skipped a step and that's how they got caught with this one. Y'all let me know, but how many times have they done it and just not got caught? That's the question. What y'all think? That's a deeper problem. I think we know that. That's a way deeper problem, bro. That's something that's like, that go deep. And I feel like somebody gonna have to get paid off. Somebody about to get disciplined for that. Like, behind closed doors discipline, not publicly. The real people, the higher ups who's doing that. That shit is deep, bro. Y'all let me know. I knew they were gonna harvest something. I knew it was coming. We seen it now with with the lady, the nurse said that it was on the son's ID, so that's why they went ahead and did it. Understandable, but to see these people just taking organs like that, bro, shipping them mugs, they probably sent that shit on the dark web or something. Hey, y'all let me know. How many of y'all can say y'all phone get boring after a while?
The Starbucks girl from the FSU pew-pewing is a literal... I don't know why y'all keep saying that like it's about desensitization. Have you ever seen a person who is like literally in the process of dying in front of you? I promise you, instinctively, something normally kicks in. It's called like humanity. She's a psychopath. People don't do that normally. I think a lot of y'all are saying that her reaction is desensitized because you're trying to feed into the narrative that all of our brains have collectively just shifted to the point where we now don't understand real life. 99% of people in that same situation are not taking out their phone and are trying to help someone. I understand that there's situations where people do just record a situation. This is during an active pew-pewing. You would have fight or flight mode on 100%. Somebody needs to go check that girl's browser history because there's some stuff there. I wouldn't be surprised if she watches snuff films. I get that things have changed, and yes, a lot of people's brains are messed up, but let's not call what she did an epidemic. That girl is insane and should be in a padded cell. Because I promise you, there were a bunch of students around who did not do what she was doing.
I see it from his perspective, but we also gotta realize, like, bro, the world is going in a certain way, so there are going to be certain individuals who are like her. More individuals that are like her than what we are used to or accustomed to seeing. Times are changing, bro. Shit is happening. People back against the wall. People live a certain way. People raise a certain way. Some babies are raised by babies, bro. Straight up. There's people, I've watched certain YouTube videos and people in the hood and they young and they kids and they wilding out in the street doing they're soldiers pretty much. Just not for the army or not for our military. But they soldiers for their area. And they really walk around and such. And shit be hitting the fan and they be acting like it's good. They be numb to it. Some people are desensitized. Some people are the word he just used with, I can't say that for YouTube's guidelines. Some people are like that. So be mindful that maybe me and you ain't like that. Or we could get like that if our back is against the wall. But we gonna be more of a human and help humans. But again, we need people like her because it show us what not to do. We gotta learn from everything, bro. We gotta learn from everything. The simplest shit will help you with the most complex shit in the future. That's how I see it. Y'all let me know. He not wrong, but then it's like you gotta open your mind up too and look at it from another perspective. Maybe she's like that. Maybe there's other people out there watching right now who is exactly like her, who wouldn't intervene, who will record, and don't see nothing wrong with that. But you gotta ask, why are they like that? Don't just say they're the problem. Look at why they became a problem. I don't know. That's how I was read. When I went to school to learn people's mind, this is how they taught us to think of it. Y'all let me know.
I just watched a video of a Florida State student actively bleeding out, and the person filming her is casually strolling by, sipping a Starbucks coffee and recording her body. Are you kidding me? She just walks past, but then the camera turns around. You would think so she could go over and help her, but no, it was just to get a clearer shot of the girl on the ground who is either dying or already dead, and then she just walks away again. I don't know how people have become so insensitive and with no regard for a human life. I mean, she could have saved that girl, but she chose not to. And sure, you can argue that she was just in shock and didn't know what to do, but that doesn't explain why she turned the camera around and recorded a second time, or the fact that she posted this video to social media knowing it will never get deleted and knowing it will most likely be viewed by her friends, family, and loved ones who will be caused so much more pain than they are already experiencing. Stuff like this needs to stop. Prayers to that poor girl and everyone affected by this. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
I do agree with that. Stuff like this do need to stop.
4 TV conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. Number 4, Bill Cosby's dark past on The Cosby Show. Everyone loved Cliff Huxtable until we didn't. Cosby's alleged sexual misconduct was an open secret during The Cosby Show's run, but it was swept under the rug. By 2014, the floodgates opened, and America finally took notice. Number 3, Patrick Dempsey's firing from Grey's Anatomy. The McDreamy we all adored wasn't so dreamy behind the scenes. Dempsey's departure wasn't just about scheduling scheduling conflicts, his on-set behavior caused serious tension, leaving both crew and cast relieved when he was gone. Number 2, House Hunters, staging homes. So, that perfect house you saw on House Hunters? Yeah, they already bought it before filming. The other homes they looked at, they're rented props. Guess the real estate drama is more staged than we thought. Number 1, Dale's death on The Walking Dead. Daryl may have lived, but Dale didn't stand a chance. Jeffrey DeMunn's character was killed off after Frank Darabont got the boot. Turns out DeMunn left in protest over Darabont's firing, and he wasn't alone in feeling it was a huge mistake.
Man, spam up, ladies, if y'all rock with McDreamy.
The craziest conspiracy theory about singer Sia is that Beyonce once trapped her in her basement and held her hostage there. This conspiracy theory started when the world learned that Sia used to write songs for Beyonce as a part of Beyonce's writing camp. In a Rolling Stones interview, Sia described what these writing camps were like. Beyonce would fly writers and producers to her home in the Hamptons for days or weeks at a time and put different writers in different rooms. And Sia said she had to work very hard while she was there, writing day and night. She wrote 25 songs in one trip to Beyonce's house, but Beyonce only chose one for her album. After hearing the absurdity of these writing camps, Brazilian fans made the theory that Sia was still being held captive and Beyonce would torture her to make her pump out more songs in hope of getting a good one. Sia even tweeted back to a hater one time that said she lives in a basement. She says, "I live in Beyonce's basement." She's retweeted tweets about the conspiracy. Fans even said one time Sia tweeted this really cryptic random tweet, but the first letter of every word spells out Beyonce Kid. Theorists would even say that Sia doesn't show her face because Beyonce makes her hide her identity, so she can hire a stand-in to pretend to be Sia while Sia's actually in her basement doing the vocals. People use other hints from Sia's career, like the Elastic Heart video that came out right after the theory got popular, where there's people in a cage in a basement. Before I tell you what Sia has to say about this, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests who you want to see next. Sia clarified that she is not being held captive in Beyonce's basement while she was on a live stream with Katy Perry.
Someone said free Sia.
Free Sia? Oh, can you tell the Brazilian people that I am not in Beyonce's basement? She didn't let me leave, that's right, so she keeps me in her basement.
Yeah, that's a...
Correct me if I'm wrong, Juice WRLD. You were on a private plane, you had some of them Teslas, Gremlins, on a private jet, right? And Molly's, started popping them, and at some point you passed away because you OD'd. That was the correct story, right? And then you had the whole world thinking that you passed away. Correct me if I'm wrong. Viewers, comment below. Then you had a funeral service. Then we never heard no music from you. Never saw no music videos, but you were featuring on some songs. Now it's 2025 and you're at Coachella, my dude? You already know the fans are gonna want some new music, bro. I was even on TikTok selling your face on a t-shirt saying rest in peace. This dude pulled a Machiavelli. You been hibernating this whole time, bro? And now you just gonna pop out and show him something? And run this video, comment below. Is this dude alive or is he passed away? What's going on? I'm confused. Because when was this video taken?
Dope ass crowd. Thank you for running that lit. Raging ass crowd. I love y'all to death for that. Thank y'all for coming out.
Was this at Coachella?
Thank you for everything, like all the support, everything. And I want to tell you one thing. Anybody that got dreams and aspirations, don't let nobody tell you shit. This world is yours. You can do whatever the fuck you do. This is your world. Y'all are geniuses. Y'all are creative, beautiful people. This is y'all world. With that being said, y'all can do whatever the fuck.
It's a beautiful message.
And if anybody got a problem with that, tell them suck your.
Bro, are you still alive, bro? What's good?
Was that recently? Fact check that, please, collective. That would be some dope ass footage to bring that up on here, and he show his face for the first time on some fluke shit, and everybody breezed over, but we had that proof right here on this channel, bro. Fact check that for me, please.
Have you ever thought about what happens to your family members' bodies after you leave that burial service? Well, it's a video going viral right now of a guy that says he believes that it can't be bodies in those caskets. So it's a video going around right now of a guy saying that for a side hustle, he digs graves. And one day, while he was on this grave digging side hustle, he seen some shit that changed his perspective on graveyards forever. So basically, he said while he was digging, the cemetery director walked over to him and said, "We need to lift that casket up." So when they lifted this casket, the casket came up uneven, like it wasn't enough weight on each side of the caskets. So basically the funeral director told him, "Listen, we gotta lift it manually." When they lifted manually, he noticed that this casket was really light, super light, like it wasn't a body in there. So of course, that shit made him ask the question, why is this casket so light? And guess what the funeral director said? The director said, don't ask questions that you ain't ready for. You know what that means, right? Now think about all the years that you've been here on this planet. Then after you think about that, think about all the people who've been here before you. Now think about all of those cemeteries with all of those bodies. It's been a lot of people here before us. So you're telling me all of these bodies are in all of these cemeteries. I even seen a creator say that she's never seen them build a new cemetery. And I thought to myself, you're right. I've never seen them open a new cemetery. It's been the same cemeteries here that's been here since we've been here. And that gotta make you think, like, what is really going on with all of these bodies? Where are all of these bodies going? Caskets and all. And I'm not talking about on a supernatural or spiritual plane. I'm talking about the physical. When you really think about it, it is no way that all of these bodies could be in these cemeteries. All over. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But y'all need to check his story out. Cause he might tell it a little bit better than I told it, and you might feel a little bit different hearing it from him. This shit crazy.
Did you guys see this video? Because what is wrong with people? There's a video of a girl who was at FSU when the shooting happened, and she's walking past a body on the ground, filming it while drinking her Starbucks coffee. They are literally laying there, dying, dead, I don't know. She records them, then when she passes by them, turns around and shows them again. And it's like, okay, you can try to say, well, she's in shock or whatever, but then how do you explain her going ahead and posting it? How can people be so heartless to see somebody dying and just walk right past them? And not even just walk right past them, record it and then upload it. She's privated her account since posting this, no kidding. But now this video is up forever. And people are saying, why are we giving this attention instead of the actual shooter? But you can do both at the same time. This is still wrong. There is no way, if you are a good person, that you are able to walk past somebody, record this, post it, whatever. And there's a lot of other videos going around too, but they are just so heartbreaking to see. It is so sad that this is becoming so common, that this is the reaction.
We shouldn't be shocked that there's people out there who won't help. There's people out there who cause destruction to the world every day. We can't be shocked off of things like that. We see some of the most craziest clips on a daily. We shouldn't be shocked about nothing we see. I know we're gonna be. I know that's a natural reaction, but it's just like we shouldn't be shocked. Like I always say, the world is a great place, but it's also a wicked place at the same time. Gotta have the good and the bad and the ugly. You gotta have it, bro. And we wouldn't know what good feel like if it wasn't for bad. So again, we wouldn't know what to do if it wasn't for people like that. Use these people as a guideline of what not to do. It hurts though that some of these people gonna have power to make decisions like this, and we gotta sit back and watch. But that's what we gotta let God handle. What God gotta handle. We should never question God. So everything happens for a reason. God has things happen for a reason. So we gotta sit back and just learn the message from that point. Learn the message. Learn through this person's experience. Intelligent people learn from others' experience. I just feel like we gotta learn from that. We gotta learn from that. And also, I feel like the internet has a big hand in on and an influence in on certain people's decisions like this. People want clout, bro. People want views. People want attention. People want to feel important. And shit, maybe that would have made, she feel like that would have made her important. Oh, look where I'm at. Look what I'm going through. Music glorifies certain things. Movies glorify certain things. Not all the time, but sometimes. Social media definitely does. Who's to say she didn't see that in a rap video? Or she didn't hear about that in a song? Or she's watching movies and it's violence and she sees that and she's like, you know what, I want to record this. I want some clout. I want some attention. I want to feel important. I don't know the reason. I'm not trying to take up for her either. I just want us to look at it from certain perspectives. Even perspectives that we have grown from. Perspectives that we are vibrating higher than. We got to understand it though. Got to be able to question it. Let me know if I'm reaching. Prayers though.
There's a spiritual meaning of you being born in each state. Let's go. Let's get into it. If you were born in Florida, it's your spiritual responsibility to leave Florida. It doesn't matter if you come back. That's your spiritual task. Something happens within your family, some theme you notice, and it's a requirement for you to distance yourself. If you were born in New York, your spiritual test, your spiritual lesson is learning to appreciate what you have. So something's going to happen in your life where you got to really appreciate every single thing, down to the crumbs on your bedroom floor. If you were born in Texas, your spiritual lesson will be your health. Something's going to challenge the fuck out of your health, and you're going to have to either conquer it or let it consume you. Spiritual meaning of being born in Minnesota, you really got to fix the relationship between you and your parents. That's going to be your life lesson, your challenge.
I want to hear California. Do y'all agree, though?
Yeah. Just listen. Don't judge the messenger. Just listen.
You rather be broke with a rich spirit or rich with a broke spirit? Let me tell you something, Dan. I don't think you understand. The rich look like they poor, and the poor look like they rich. Everything in reverse. See, the rich folks think they buying everything, but they not. They selling it all to you, right? So what you said don't even make sense. A spirit cannot be rich or poor, right? A spirit is knowledgeable, smart, but it can be dumb. It can't remember. 'Cause one thing what this earth do is put you in a cycle where you can't remember. So you talking about stuff that I don't understand. I'm just trying to save your soul, gang. Do you know what and how the Holy Trinity was invented? 'Cause if I told you all the three names, you would have the power. You want the power? Come on with it. Yeah, so the church did tell you what it was. The Son, the Father, and the Holy Ghost. It's a Braxton. It's Sophia. How you spell Braxton? And it's Jesus. Break that down. I swear to God, my mama. Look it up. The church lied in 400 BC. They destroyed the real church, the Gnostic church. They saying Jesus had a... And they replaced... Oh, Jesus wasn't real. Jesus was a hologram. Well, no, he's a hologram. A lot of people don't know. They never... Hold on, they never killed Jesus. Jesus never died. Jesus can't die. Jesus never tastes death. They tricked you. They tricked you good. Yeah, I got a homie on that Beverly Road. She worked for the CIA 20 years. She a remote viewer. She said when she remote viewed the crucifixion,
Is that him
that Jesus' brother had actually took
spiritually?
They replaced it. They replaced it with another body. Listen, back in the day, like, so you talking about going to the ice wall, you got to talk to Beverly. I'm keeping this. They replaced Jesus' body with another body because when he went back there, he disappeared. But back then, the king couldn't have that, what's that word? I'm bad with English words. I'm the spirit. He couldn't have embarrassment. Yeah, he couldn't get him. So he got another body and crucified it and just told everybody it was Jesus. That a lot of people don't know. Me and Dude got crucified a lot of people.
Glory be to God. Year 33.33, Mount Hermon, Hermoon Harmony, Golden Arches, 99 billion served. Year 666. Now let's make a dramatic leap here. Okay, so the only difference right now would be they're being covered in blue tarps. Why? Wise, not to wise and dumb, for that is wise, dumb, wisdom. What happens when all the cemeteries are full? Oh yeah, by the way, sure. So when Joe Biden and Xi Jinping come together, I know folks are saying, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming to town. That's true because it's true. Thanks, Gavin Newsom. Thanks, dude, wow. I can't really just say everything blatantly on these applications. I've been gone for a long time. You guys already know why.
Y'all sending me some clips today. Y'all trying to send me deep down
It's
that rabbit
insane
hole.
what happened at FSU today, and it's such a tragic event. Like, I don't wish that on anybody, but there was a video that a girl posted while the shooting was happening. She's sipping on her Starbucks, and she films a body on the ground and does nothing to help. And she just, like, casually, like, strolls by, sipping her Starbucks, acts like nothing is going on. And seeing that video actually pissed me the I don't want to hear the shit where people are like, oh, we're just desensitized to violence. I don't give a about that, all right? How can you, like, film somebody on the ground who has been hurt and you were just casually sipping on your Starbucks acting like nothing is going on? That is insane. And look, I understand that when moments like these happen, like, you know, you are in a state of shock. Like, things like that happen. But for the girl to post that video also, why are you posting that video? Like, you are posting a body on the ground and you sipping Starbucks. Like, why would you think to post that? And I really hate that this is what part of society is now. Like, it's just this casual, like, oh, I only care for myself, all this stuff. And like I said, I understand you're in a state of shock. I get that. But to still post that video and, like, act like nothing is going on, like, that is just so...
When he says he doesn't want to hear that, right? We'll focus in on the things to stop people from being desensitized. That's my biggest point today. Stop getting mad and saying, I don't want to hear that. Okay, if you don't want to hear that, then let's get to the problem to stop people from getting to that point. And if we can't stop it, you got to let God handle it. Some things we can't handle every single thing. That's what I'm getting at, man. That's what I'm getting at. Let's ask the questions that need to be asked. What gets these people to this point? And if we know this right here, and this right here gets people to do these things that we don't like seeing in society, we need to figure out the problem, find a solution. We know the internet's a problem. What's the solution to that? There's a lot of society problems that we have, a lot of society issues that we have that lead to certain circumstances, that lead to certain choices in the future. But instead of us talking about the problems that lead to these things, we only want to talk about the actions we took when it led to the bullshit. But why we ain't talk about what happened before that? Why we ain't talk about the society issue and the solution to solve that problem? That's the biggest point. That's the biggest point. Figure out the problem, find the problem, understand the problem, find a solution. Fix the societal issue.
Idaho is the only state where cannabis is illegal. You're welcome.
Do not leave the theater when the credits start. Do not leave the theater when the credits start. Do not leave the theater after the mid-credits. There are mid-credits and there are post-credits. If you leave, you're missing out. You're missing out on very essential information. This is not a spoiler. I'm not spoiling anything for you. But just know, I'm helping you, okay? The mid-credit scene, essential. Post-credit scene, you could leave if you're in a rush somewhere. I just recommend just get the full picture of what Ryan Coogler was trying to give you. But it's not something that if you miss it, okay, like you're not missing out on the story. But if you leave, I almost did it. If you leave and the credits start rolling and there's music playing, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what's happening there. You're going to miss out on a very essential scene. You're gonna end up talking to your friends about the movie one day. And you'll be like, oh yeah, girl, blah, 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 blah. And they're gonna be like, that's not what happened, blah, 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 blah. And that's gonna be because you left early. Watch the whole thing, do not leave. This is me warning you, warning.
Man, I gotta see that. Mom said it was dope.
I think y'all owe Akira an apology because this don't look damn demonic to y'all. So scared the hell out of me. So Akira was on live and she said Dr. Bronner soap was demonic. And I've been seeing a lot of videos like calling her crazy and all this and that. I didn't see the live. But on somebody's video at the bottom with a little search thing and I clicked on it. And all I'm seeing is Dr. Bronner crazy looking ass on this soap. So in the picture, it kind of looks like him holding the soap and it looked like he's caressing the soap. Either you demonic are you obsessed with that soap and you need to be evaluated? I really thought that she was saying it's demonic because after she found those teeth around her house, you know, it makes a person question everything. But after seeing this, you know, everybody was saying they don't have nothing about no spell, no demon or nothing on the label. Baby, it's they'll be in plain sight sometimes. Turn it around and you gonna see.
Is that a reach?
If you're a millennial, I just remembered something from when we were younger. You have lost the game.
Shit, I ain't lose nothing. We ain't lost.
Easter 2025 falls on Sunday, April 20th. This is because it is the first Sunday after the full moon after the spring equinox, which was on March 20th. And also, bunnies don't lay eggs. What I just gave you are the real Easter eggs. Open them up and see what you find.
The death of Anthony Bourdain never sat right with me, so let's take a look into it. Anthony Bourdain was a famous American chef, an author, and a travel documentarian. And Anthony was most well known for his Travel Channel show, Anthony Bourdain No Reservations, where he traveled the world and ate some of the best food on the planet. Anthony got his education at the Culinary Institute of America, where he graduated in 1978. And in the 90s, Anthony became an executive chef at a high-end restaurant in New York City. So, needless to say, with all of this media, all the books that he had written, articles, the shows he had hosted, Anthony Bourdain was a beloved national figure. Now, obviously, with all the shows he hosted, books he wrote, media appearances he made, Anthony Bourdain was a beloved public figure. That's why it was such a shock when he took his own life while filming for a new show in France. So, June 2018, Anthony's filming this show in France, and his friend Eric notices that he's acting weird. And in between filming, Anthony missed dinner and then breakfast. That's when his friend Eric began to grow concerned. They then performed a welfare check on Anthony in his hotel room, and they discovered that he had taken his own life by hanging. Now, according to reports that were done after Anthony's death, this was allegedly an impulsive act. Now, Anthony was a very outspoken critic of the way the world was. He was a vocal advocate against sex in the entertainment industry. He frequently discussed how much he hated racism. And he was a prophet for peasant foods, as he called them, or cheap foods in foreign countries. Now, to this day, people don't know exactly why Anthony decided to take his life that day, but some people have theorized, and this is just a theory, that it had to do with his girlfriend, Asia Argento. Now, it was well known that Anthony was really invested in his relationship with Asia, but some have claimed afterwards that this relationship was mutually open. And in the weeks before Anthony's death, Asia had appeared in press photos with another man at the Cannes Film Festival. Anthony Bourdain had also become known as the Sid Vicious of the culinary world. And earlier on the day that Anthony took his own life, Asia posted a cryptic Instagram story. She was wearing a Sid Vicious shirt that said "F1" on it. And she wrote on the story, "You know who you are." About 3 hours after this story was uploaded to Asia's Instagram, it was announced that Anthony had been found dead. And she quickly then deleted the photo, and she immediately went into PR mode and claimed that the story was about Harvey Weinstein, who she was speaking out against at the time. And she then went on to claim this open relationship thing and stated that she loved Anthony and missed him so much. Now, a lot of people have come out and been very skeptical about Asia's claims. They said that the two's relationship was extremely volatile, that Anthony was deeply unhappy with the open relationship status, and that he almost felt embarrassed by her. Keep in mind, at around the same time Asia was speaking out about Harvey Weinstein, she had been accused herself of assaulting a 17-year-old boy in a hotel room. There are, once again, like I've said before, a lot of conspiracy theories regarding Anthony Bourdain's death, but if you want me to talk about those, I'll make a completely different TikTok. R.I.P. Anthony Bourdain. He truly was a culinary genius, a visionary, and he's still missed to this day.
Damn, I ain't never heard of that one.
Listen to this about P. Diddy. Apparently, the night Biggie was shot, P. Diddy and some others whose names aren't disclosed, allegedly, put a sticker on the tire of the car that Biggie was in, right? so that they could distinguish between which car was Biggie's and the other cars that were there when he was assassinated. So just watch this clip, then I'll explain.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse.
So apparently the reason for marking the car was that Diddy knew which car not to enter. Not only this, but most of Biggie's crew died from heart attacks, except for Kim. So 3 of those guys passed away from heart attacks.
How many of y'all seen Gene Deal talk about that? Talk about how Biggie's mom wouldn't even talk to, rest in peace to Biggie and his mom. They pretty much, how his mom wouldn't talk to Diddy. Because she asked Gene Deal about that night. And Gene Deal said Diddy put his seat all the way back. So in case they got the rocking the car up and they got the blowing on the passenger seat, he already back, he down. So they just start lighting the car up. If they hit the wrong car, they end up hitting the right car that night. How y'all feel, man? He making money off him or not? Y'all heard what Jay-Z said about how they...
The Oscars. That award show is more than just about movies. The red carpet? It's not glamour. It's symbolic blood. A path walked only after sacrifice. And that golden statue? That's not just a trophy. That's Sokar, Egyptian god of the underworld. Faceless, arms crossed, rigid, just like the Oscar. Sokar. Oscar. You see it now? The Oscars don't reward talent. They reward submission. Actors aren't free. They're scripted, placed, controlled. Their real role is you. Keeping you watching, believing. Ever notice how some winners vanish? Scandals, humiliation, rituals, career crashes. It's all part of the contract because once you've played your part, Hollywood rewrites you or deletes you. Remember that slap? Yeah, that one. It wasn't about outrage, it was a performance. And right after, Best Actor. Not for a movie, for the role of his public life. The Oscars are WWE for elites. Fake fights, real control. One year they sell you empowerment, the next obedience. The show is scripted, the winners are chosen. And the agenda, always delivered. Hollywood isn't a dream factory, it's a ritual machine. And the Oscars? That's where the gears are oiled.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
Entertainment purposes.
These people found the ice wall in Antarctica.
Yeah, so this is the transition from George's Bank to open water. It is tortured here in the middle of the ocean. Look, check out this water. And then in a second, this is going to be glassy clear. What the heck? This is crazy. What did we just go through here? That's insane. Did you get a video? Yeah. This is so weird. Over there. What? What? But I mean, that's like just a different world over there. What was that?
You have got to take photos of that. Look at that. It's that whole fucking region.
Yeah. From horizon to horizon.
I gotta see on.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
That clip never makes sense to me. Where are they at? I want to know where they was heading. I want to know, because I didn't see no ice. I didn't see no ice wall. Yeah, I want to know.
Jar that you brought last time. Do you have it on you now?
I keep it with me. Let me tell you something about water. A lot of people don't know. Water is constant. I'm gonna tell everybody at home do this. You think I'm crazy? Take a glass of water. Take 2 glasses. Take one glass, say I love you, I love you, I love you, and put it in the freezer. Take another glass and say, you bitch, I hate you. Talk to it like your baby mama or like Charleston White, and put it in the freezer. The one that you yelled at gonna ball up and have like a lot of knots in it, and the other one gonna be smooth. That tell you that water, it holds consciousness. So what this water does, if I put it in the room, right, and it stays level, I know that everything is level, is okay in that room. But when it start balling, bitch, I look for the demons.
Oh, okay.
Man, I do.
Have you seen the theory about clocks? No. So when you look at a clock, it looks pretty normal. You never think anything of it. But what if I told you there's actually a really dark theory behind the idea of a clock? What? Right, you go across the clock, across the way, you see like 11 and 1, it equals 12. 10 and 2 equals 12. 9 and 3 equals 12. 8 and 4 equals 12. 7 and 5 equals 12. And then 6 plus 6 equals 12. They all equal 12.
Wait, what does that mean though?
Well, also think about this. When you go diagonally and look at the numbers and you subtract it, like 12 minus 6 equals 6. 11 minus 5 equals 6. 10 minus 4 equals 6.
Wait, what is going on?
But wait, if you look at this a different way too, if you look across, 12 plus 1 equals 13. 11 and 2 equals 13. 10 and 3 equals 13. 9 and 4 equals 13. It all equals 13.
So what's the theory?
You look at all the numbers, right? It's just weird how you go different formulations and they all equal the same.
That's actually kind of scary.
I don't really want to get into like the exact thing that I saw, but it is weird how everything, equals the same. Comment if you guys know what that is. Dude, I don't know. I don't want to say.
That like give me chills just looking.
I hate when they give all the game, but then don't want to say. Just say the shit.
We have more evidence that the all-woman space flight was actually faked or a hoax, or was it? And guys, make sure and click the plus sign. I'm gonna have more on this. Subscribe and sound off in the comments. Tell me what you think, what you see, and what you hear. But I wanna go over this because I did a video the other day detailing one of the biggest things that came out as to why people think this was fake, and now there's even more evidence. Check this out. So after the whole open door latch debacle, then allegedly on the live stream, this came up in the window. This is a plastic hand, and that is a dummy. And people said, well, hold on, this means they didn't go to space. What is this? Why is this in there? It was fake. However, there's more to the story. Allegedly, this wasn't actually taken from the space flight itself. This was from a different one, and that is a dummy because they have used test dummies. However, there are some other things. This is the capsule after they landed, and do you notice how it looks? Compared to the one where Elon went and saved those astronauts, let's check it out. This is what that thing looked like. Look how destroyed it looks. Now what you're seeing, that's not necessarily dirt. I mean, some of it might be. That's burn marks from re-entry. That's from it coming back. So a lot of people are saying there's no way they could have gone to space because there were no burn marks on it. What's going on? But there may be more. So from my understanding, they didn't go up far enough in space to come back and have all those burn marks and have all of that debris. But on top of that, there is new technology and there are new things right now that they are inventing so that when they come back, they might not necessarily have all the same marks that some of them on there did. Now, I'm not a scientist. I'm not an astronaut. I did do some digging, and that's what some of the experts said. But now there are some things I just can't explain. I want you to look at all the beautiful women that were in space. And they were, guys. I'm not just gonna sit and knock them like some people. They are gorgeous women up there, and they look like they're having fun, which is great. But you notice something odd? Look at their faces. They are in full glam. Look at their hair. Their hair is perfect. And if you look, some people are saying it's not even really floating that much for the fact of where they are and where the gravity level should be. But do you see how perfect everybody looks? Here's what's odd. For what they went through, going through all these G's to go up in space, it's going to make you look like a mess. So did they bring makeup? Did they do touch-ups on their hair and their makeup? But I thought they only had 11 minutes in this process. So how did they go into this just looking perfect? Do they just look that way naturally all the time, no matter how many G's they go up in space? And this is another thing people have issue with. Do you see how perfectly and beautiful that shot is? Many people think this isn't real and this was just CGI. Now, you'll see that it cuts to parts where you see Gayle King and her best friend Oprah's there and so emotional, upset, and some of the other people. But people are saying these were either actors or they were staged by these people. Now, I can't quite corroborate any of this, but here's what I find interesting. Going up, we have no video footage from inside the capsule. Now, when they get up to space, as we've seen, they were doing all kinds of acrobatics and had little toys and different things, and there were cameras all in it. We know there were cameras there and cameras in it, so why don't we actually see them going up? We also don't see them on the descent down. And many people think because of that, they didn't actually go. Why would they not, at the very least, release the footage so we can all see it? Some other things that don't make sense to people. Why weren't they wearing helmets on the way up? Or oxygen masks? There are all these different things that you are supposed to do upon takeoff and going up there that allegedly they didn't do at all. You're supposed to have extensive and intensive training to go up there. It is at least a 2-year training period, and to be considered an actual astronaut, you need 2 years at the minimum of training, as well as degrees in engineering and space and all of these different things. They had 2 days. In those 2 days, allegedly, they were basically told how to unbuckle their seatbelt, get in and out of their seats so they could take their photos, which doesn't make a ton of sense. Now, one maddening thing is that Gayle King has been on interviews getting really upset, going, for people who say this was just a ride, don't call it a ride, this was frivolous. We are astronauts. We are actually astronauts. And just kept saying this over and over. But no, you're not. Because the astronaut classification would be that 2-year training, which you guys didn't do. That's like going on a plane and then claiming that you're a pilot as a passenger. You were a passenger on this alleged flight, if anything else. Then Gayle King said at one point that Katy Perry started singing "What a Wonderful World" to everybody. She said that we had asked her to sing. We kept saying, sing Firework or sing all these different songs. And she'd say, no, 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 no. It's not about me. It's about us and the journey in space. But apparently, they said after they were in 0 Gs, she got back into her seat and started singing "What a Wonderful World." I have questions about this. How did she sing "What a Wonderful World"? She got into her seat and they're descending. How did she do that? Because if they didn't have helmets on, I'm not sure that they even had any comms on for them to hear each other. I'm going to assume it's pretty loud coming in. And Katie is not necessarily, I'm going to say this kindly because I am a vocalist. She's not the best vocalist. She's an okay singer. She's an entertainer, not the best vocalist. Are you telling me that she is belting her voice louder than all of those engines for everybody to hear her upon re-entry when they don't have comms or their helmets or anything else? Does that make any sense to anybody? Now, this is kind of a funny one. A lot of people have commented on Gayle King's appearance. When Gayle King comes out of the craft, she looks absolutely perfect and flawless, just like everybody else. But here's one difference. Gayle King is wearing an obvious wig. She's wearing a wig. So you're telling me when you're doing those G's up and down with the descent, that somehow her wig not only stayed on, but it stayed on perfectly. And guys, I'm not knocking somebody wearing a wig. I think she's beautiful. And a lot of people wear wigs. If I could get away with wearing one, I probably would. So I'm not knocking her for her beauty choices in any regard. But how did she come out looking like that? How did they all come out that way? And even if they did have touch-up, how would you have the time? Make that make sense to me. And I want you to hear what she has to say about all that singing.
The best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 Gs, Katie sang "What a Wonderful World."
She did?
That nice?
Come on.
She sang "What a Wonderful World." I see dreams. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
Because we'd been asking her to sing all the time, and she wouldn't. And she wouldn't. And then, because everybody said, sing Roar, sing Fireworks. And she said, it's not about me. I wanted to talk about the world.
Wow.
You know, isn't that nice? You got to ask her about that. This is what bothers me, because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends. And this is what I would say to that. Space is not an either or. It's a both and. And because you do something in space, doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth. What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better place. That's number one. Number two, have you been? Have you been? If you've been and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a conversation. Number three, please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride. You know, we duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day, pretty much. No one called that a ride. It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did and the machine that we were on, and what it took for the people to get that machine up and running, to get us up and get us back down safely. So, you know, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. And I also say this, what it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't.
Here we go, the ultra rares, the socialites, and finally, the high notes. It's now or never. Let the battle begin. Prepare for a whirlwind cash dash in Quick Cash. The team that secures a big enough stash first will triumph.
Right on the money, Scotty. Speed is key.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the socialites. The socialites swooped up a cash box.
That's our first elimination. Contestants clearly mean business today, Scotty.
Warm-up is definitely over.
I hope they didn't forget to stretch.
Just in case you killed my teammate.
The socialites have opened the round strong. First cash out started.
Get ready for teleportation. Activating gateway. Gravity activated. Watch out, gang. You got an orange on the roof. Orange on the roof.
There's our first team wipe, and it's not a pretty
Tell
one.
you. You got orange on the roof.
are re-engaging.
They'll be aiming for payback. And as for the high notes, better watch out.
Go get that money, gang. Go get that money.
Okay, let's go.
Cash out steal denied. A clutch play out there in the arena. Impressive steal by the high notes.
Here.
Fortune favors the boys, Scotty.
Pyro grenade out. Prepare for liftoff. The socialites have returned to the arena. What a way to open the match. The high notes land the first cash out.
They're really playing in
Watch
concert,
out, up
Scotty.
here.
Beautiful
Going up
arrangements.
The socialites are dazzling the crowd. They're opening Vault 2.
It's gonna blow!
Right there at the bottom. Bottom floor. You got
The
on the
socialites
bottom.
got hold of a cash box.
You got the... Appreciate that rebound.
Okay, let's go. Watch out! Over there! The ultra rare set things in motion.
Yeah, orange coming up.
A note of success. The high notes just stole a cash out.
Orange coming. Orange coming.
Take that!
I'm back. Impressive steal by the socialites. Using pyro.
Still, gang, still, gang, still.
With another team wipe.
Good shit, gang, good shit.
The socialites are back in play.